Hey guys, I'd like to show you how I designed a tissue box container by changing this to this. In the first step, measure the size of the original container to know where to start. Having the dimensions, I can make a first sketch. Personally, I give a slightly larger dimension than the original container to make it more luxurious inside. By pressing the E key, we activate the extrude function, select the plane we're interested in, and pull the solid from the sketch by entering the previously taken measurement. This solid represents the empty space where the tissues will be placed. So we'll use the offset surface function to enlarge our solid by the thickness of the walls of our future container. 1 millimeter will be sufficient. At this point, we have a simple shape that will serve as our container. It would be nice to decorate it a bit. To do this, we return to our sketch by double-clicking on it in the list and draw appropriately arranged circles. I chose a diameter of 10 millimeters, but you can choose differently. Using the extrude function again, we give our circles some height. I'll make them 10 millimeters shorter to leave space for the lid. We'll do the same with the second one. Once we do the same with the second circle, we can move on to the next stage, where we'll use the rectangular pattern to multiply the number of our cylinders. To do this, we need to select the object to be multiplied and the axis on which our new objects will be placed. Next, we specify the distance at which the new objects should be placed. We do this by entering a dimension or by dragging the arrow in the direction where we want our objects to appear. And we choose the number of objects that will fit our design. We do exactly the same with the second cylinder. Once we have completed both sides, to avoid repetition with the second corner, we can use the mirror function. However, to do this, we need to create a plane on which we will mirror our objects exactly in the center of our model. We draw lines on both sides, and then, based on these lines, we extrude the planes. Now, finally, we can use the mirror function. To do this, we select the objects we want to mirror and the plane from which we want to perform the mirroring. We do the same with the other objects. Once all the objects are selected, we combine them into a single object using the create combination function. Now, we will create the lid for the container. We'll leave the empty space for the tissues for later. Let's select the top surface of our model, as we will create the sketch on it. By pressing the P key while in the active sketch, we activate the function that helps us create a mirrored version of our model. This will be useful for designing the lid. Once we have these lines, we can draw a rectangle and extrude it upwards by 1 millimeter, which will be the thickness of our lid.